policy, being a leader, is having compassion. And so I live by the edict, love your neighbor like you love yourself. So I'm not a screamer, I'm an educator. And so what my goal is when I go in there to sit down with each employee and say, hey, tell me what you like, what don't you like, what do you think could be better, and where do you see yourself in the next few years? Because I think having progression and inspiration and motivation is huge. And I also think it's important that people care. I don't care what party you're from, but I care if you have faith, and I care about if you care people. And if you don't care about people, then you aren't going to be suited. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm a big believer in energy. And so if you have a bunch of good souls in the office, I think it's going to rise all tides in the community. I'm a big believer in God, and I'm going to bring that with me to the office. And so faith is important. There's a backlog of 250-something murder cases. I'm going to analyze every one, determine which one's murder or manslaughter, and then have pleas appropriate. Then the next thing I'm going to do is pick up these cases. So I'm going to be a trial attorney. I'll be taking the big cases. I don't delegate duties. I'll be the leader for sure. The other thing I'm going to do right away is I'm going to walk into the juvenile department and I'm going to say, here's the deal. No juveniles going to prison unless it's murder or attempted murder. And then we're going to focus on rehab. I'm also going to set a standard that anybody steals a car, you're getting a year in prison. And the one thing that I really have to offer to this office, I don't know everything, but I know good ideas when I see them. And what I'm going to be telling the prosecutors is, I do not care if you win or lose. I care if you present a fair trial. The only way you get fired with me is by cheating people, because that's what I've been fighting. I'm going to give everybody the peace of mind. Oh my God, if I lose today, I don't get fired. It's, did you do your job? And if you did your job, you always have the job with me. Twice a year, I'm going to host an event where everybody on probation is required to come, and all the resources are there. And so it's going to have resources and activities. And the reason why it's important to me is because guess who's going to be there? I am. So you're going to see the county prosecutor. It's also a way to have checks and balances, so if people don't think they're being treated fairly, they can tell me. And so I'm going to have an open door policy once a month with anybody can come to my office. Defendants, prosecutors, defense attorneys, you, anybody, and talk to me, because the only way I'm going to know what's going on is by hearing from the people.